Yes, people. What's good? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? This is Present, and I'm here to bring you the second episode of the Afro Lock-Off Show on Clickshot Pictures Network. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. Now, let's go straight into the storyline, and today we'll be talking about the Afronation. And this is technically the festival with wings, traveling the globe, traveling the continent, promoting African music, black history. You get what I'm saying? Through music, culture, food, fashion, everything you can think of. And so stay tuned, subscribe, press on the notification bell, so whenever we bring any entertainment news, you will be the first to catch it. Let's go. Right, so right about now, we'll be delving straight into exactly what happened at the Afronation 2023 live in Portugal. Okay, so even before we get into the current news on Afronation, how it went down in Portugal from sources, now we're just gonna do a little background about the whole Afronation movement and how it started and where it started from and how it's become the brand that it is now, promoting African artists around the globe. So now I'm gonna read a little background history about Afronation, just in case you don't know what it is, you've never heard of it, you don't know how it happened or how it happens or where it's been throughout the years up until now. Let's get straight into the conversation now. Afronation is an annual 3-day music festival produced by Live Nation, Event Horizon, Smade Entertainment, and the Memories of Tomorrow. The festival was founded by Obi Asika. Now, Obi Asika, from the name, clearly states that he's Nigerian, and Smade, I'm not too sure where he's from, but he's also been in the game hooking up African artists to big platforms and all that for a very long time. He started his whole movement from the UK. I may be wrong, I'll do my facts check. So the festival was founded by Obi Asika and Smade in association with BBC One Extra in 2013. Now, the platform was established to bring together the best of African artists in Afrobeat, hip-hop, R&B, dancehall, amapiano, Afro house, and more. So they are trying to say that, or they are saying that the sole purpose of bringing the whole Afronation festival together is to create a platform for African artists. So the festival was nominated in the Best Overseas Festival category at the 2019 UK Festival Awards. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just gonna go down straight and then look at some of the genres that Afronation cover. And this is all from Wikipedia, so this is not Present saying, you know what I mean? I'm referring from what Wikipedia is telling us. That's where I pick up my information from. So Afrobeat, hip hop, R&B, dancehall, amapiano, Afro house, Afro swing, Afro trap. That is the main genres that Afronation caters for. So every artist that you would see Afronation brings to you, this is the genres they are looking out for. So if you're an artist on the African continent and you're trying to break even on the Afronation platform, you might have to get some of these songs in your bag for them to look at you like, yeah, this is the type of sound we want to bring to our audience. Now, the dates Afronation happens is between March, July, and August. These are the months that you're most likely to catch Afronation happening in some country around the world. Yeah. Now, the initial venue for this festival was Praia da Rocha. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Location Portimao, and then the country is Portugal. So I want to believe this is where Afronation stemmed from. This is where it started from, and it's trickled down onto other parts of the world. Years active 2019 till present. So they're saying the first show of Afronation kicked off in 2019 and then inaugurated 1st August 2019. So they officially kicked off the Afronation movement on 1st August 2019. All of this information is online. If you're interested to read for yourself or to find out for yourself, you can find it online. So I'm just gonna read a brief history of the event. Right, so now it says on 1st August 2019, Afronation, also marketed as Afronation Puerto Rico, Afronation US, Afronation Ghana, Afronation Mexico, was founded by Obi Asika and Smade. The event was established as a 4-day annual music festival in Portimao, Portugal. Till 17th July 2020, the festival began operating as a 3-day annual event. So initially, it was a 4-day event, you know, 4-day continuous partying, and then in 2020, they cut it down to 3 days. days, because you know they realize people have lives to live. So you get what I'm saying? Because if you're able to party straight up 4 days, I know not everybody is gonna be able to do all the 4 days, but trust me, some people are party freaks like that. They will stay through the whole 4 days and back to back get knocked out every time. So yeah, so they cut it down to 3 days, and then shortly after, the second edition was postponed to 1st July 2022 due to the outbreak of coronavirus. So if you know what corona did to us, you know, unless you're a newborn baby, but if you lived right through 2019, or let me say early 2020 up until the end of, let's say, because I think coronavirus lasted for about 2 years, you know, like straight 2 years. So they held off the event up until 1st July 2022 due to the outbreak of coronavirus. On 13th December 2019, Afronation released its compilation mixtape created by Moves Recordings titled Afronation Volume 1. The album features great appearances from Smade, Ice Prince, Ufi Slim, Lighter Todd, Joey B, Kwame Eugene, Medical, Edikadi, Bisakade, Adekunle Gold, Oxley, Ricardo Banks, Eugene, Brenya, Terry Apala. Great musicians, artists, rappers, composers, songwriters and all that. And so they put together this song. I've never heard of it, so I'll probably have to go look into it and to confirm that indeed they did release an album.
Tell me water bamba. I'm good. Ooh, you sweat.
Go make more dough.
Amen. We go take.
And so yeah, this is a brief history of how the whole Afronation movement, you know, has traveled through time up until now. Now we're moving on to a list of Afronation festivals. So Afronation Portugal, Afronation Africa, Afronation USA, Afronation Puerto Rico, Afronation Mexico. Now don't forget, this platform is solely here to promote activities and events going on in Africa, as well as African festivals and events happening in the diaspora, and hence why I'm bringing to you a whole review conversation about how Afronation, or what Afronation is doing for the African continent and the artists. The festival was launched in 2019 and has featured various guest performances from Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, Busy Signal, Femi Kuti, Adekunle Gold, Afro B.e.t, Distraction Boys. So it goes on and on and on and on and on. These are some of the artists that have grind through the Afronation stage. You know, they've come to do what they do best on the stage. Now, my excitement, or the bubble in my belly, is for the fact that all of these artists, or majority of these artists, are African-based artists. You get what I'm saying? So they live, breathe, and reside on the continent. And so this is what I'm excited about. From telling you the background of Afronation, now we're gonna jump into the conversation of how the Afronation went down this year in Portugal. So right, before we kick into the 2023 breakdown of what exactly happened at the Afronation, enjoy some of these performances.
Set up there. Set up here, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do my house. Yeah, let's go.
Yo, now you see it was all fire, it was hot, spicy, everything was going on right in Portugal. So now we're gonna bring you a breakdown of exactly what happened in Portugal for the Afronation Festival, yeah? Now don't forget, this festival was held between 28th to 30th of June. So yeah, now this second part of my presentation, I'm reading this news from African Female Voices. Now, it's a very good website focused on celebrating African female voices, females, women, for the women. So this website is for the women. So if you're into women empowerment, you know what I mean, supporting women ins and out, you can get more information from African Female Voices. So this is their report on exactly what happened at the Afronation 2023 between the 28th to the 30th of June. So now it kicks off like this. The Algarve in Portimao, Portugal was at a standstill this June as the biggest names in music and entertainment graced the Afronation Festival 2023. More than 40,000 attendees from all over the world gathered for the 3-day event featuring international artists such as Davido, 50 Cent, Uncle Waffle, Burna Boy, and many more. So you know what I mean? This event this year from the 28th to the 30th of June had 40,000 capacity. 40,000. I don't know. I don't know how they manage, but it's a build up from all the years that they've held the event, and you know what I mean, and from the credibility of the event, hence people are into the event. So 40,000 people traveled all the way to Portugal for this event. Now look at the amount of opportunity this event will bring to Portugal, or has brought to Portugal, in terms of tourism, in terms of trading, because all these people in Portugal are going to buy food, use restaurants, use hotels, explore the city. So you know, it's going to bring more income into the region where the event was held. Portimao, that's where the event was held. So you can tell all the investments that is gonna go down in that district, right? Also not forgetting the big boys that graced the event. So they've gave a short list of the artists that came through: Burna Boy, 50 Cent, Uncle Waffle, Davido, and many more. So now day one of the event, this is a breakdown of, you know, day one of the event, what happened. Day one kicked off with electrifying performances in the genres of Afrobeat, Amapiano, hip hop, R&B, dancehall, and more at the breathtaking Praia da Rocha. I may be wrong, but that's how I can pronounce it. Pardon me if I'm not pronouncing it properly. Praia da Rocha Beach. That's where the event took place. The Amapiano stage featured Amapiano heavyweights such as DJ Mafarosa, Focalistic, DDN Gogo, Pabi Cooper, with one of Africa's biggest artists, Burna Boy, closing off the evening on the main stage. From what I'm reading from here now, there was a main stage and there was an Amapiano stage. So the Amapiano stage had Mafarosa, DBN, Gogo, Pabi Cooper graced that stage, made it what it was, performed their thing. Burna Boy came to shut off the show. That was the day one show on the big main stage. So we're moving on. The festivities continued with artists such as Major League, DJs, Musa Keys, Ashake, Tyler, as Wizkid on day 2 to close off the festival. So day 2 of the festival, Musa Keys, Major League DJs, Tyler, and then Wizkid, the Big Bird, shut it off on day 2. So day 1 it was Burna Boy, day 2 it was Wizkid that shut it off. And so moving on from there, right, so to close off the festival, so I want to believe this is the day 3 activities. To close off the festival, one of Amapiano's biggest artists, Uncle Waffle, hip hop artist 50 Cent, and Nigerian superstar Davido performed on the Sunday evening. And so I want to believe that was the day 3 event which happened on the Sunday. Now this is where it goes down to break down challenges with the organization of the event. Now for sure, you know, when there's a big event like this with 40,000 people from all around the world coming in, there's definitely going to be a problem or two. That is not to knock off the event, but that is for the organizers to sit down and be able to put measures in place to make sure that moving forwards the program is built to satisfaction. It may not be 100%, but at least let's get it to where patrons and people coming to enjoy the event get their money's worth, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants their money's worth. Yeah, so it goes on to say, although social media had some of us experience FOMO, I'm not too sure what FOMO is, FOMO. Other attendees expressed their dissatisfaction with how poorly the event was organized. One of the major shortcomings of Afronation 2023 2023 was its poor organization and logistical execution. Attendees complained about long queues, disorganized entry processions, and confusing directions within the festival grounds. So this is from African Female Voices. Their report on the event. They're saying these are some of the complaints that was going on. Right, so insufficient numbers of staff members further exacerbated these problems. So they're saying there wasn't a lot of event staff to help, guide attendees or to help, inform attendees of where to go, where to be, and what not to do, what to do. You get what I'm saying? So, that also was a big problem. Attendees also complained on social media that they were left parched with limited access to water and long queues to use the restroom. So these are some of the complaints in regards to the 2023 Afronation in Portugal. So this event took place between the 28th and the 30th. Don't forget. So these are the complaints that came through. Technical glitches and sound issues plagued Afronation 2023, negatively impacting the overall experience. Many performances suffered from poor audio quality, resulting in difficulties hearing the artist and songs clearly. So they're saying the sound quality for some of the sets were really not top notch, and so some part of the events the audience were struggling to hear exactly what the artists were saying on stage, plus with the clarity of the songs. And that will be a big downside when you go to a festival and you're not able to fully consume or clearly hear the sound that's coming from the artist on stage or the sound that's being played by the DJs. These issues left attendees feeling disconnected from the performances they had eagerly anticipated, dampening the atmosphere and excitement of the festival. There were reports of sound issues and mic delay problems persistent on the main stage and amapiano stages, which were surprisingly fixed for certain artists. So from this report, they're trying to say that the sound issues was not a throughout problem. Some artists enjoyed really good sound, whilst others had to struggle throughout their performance. I don't want to believe that is intentional. I think it's probably genuine sound difficulties that they were, considering the fact that you're changing from one artist to the other, and every artist want different things happening, whilst they're performing, and so I want to believe that is what caused majority of the problem. Unfortunately, Afronation 2023 lacked clear communication regarding schedule changes, lineup updates, and information on stage performances. Right, attendees were left confused and uninformed, often unaware of the changes until the last minute. Such lack of transparency created unnecessary chaos and disappointment. Artists who were scheduled for day 2 did not perform and had many fans wondering why they weren't informed of the changes. So they're saying from the schedule, or if you're traveling from a different country to attend a festival in a different country, majority of the time you would have the program lineup, and so you know what to expect when you get to the place. But from what is being said on here, they're saying some of the lineup had glitches, and so artists you expected to perform on set time didn't show up. So it was a bit of a mixed bag of artists going back and forth. The festival high ticket sales combined with inadequate crowd management measures resulted in congested spaces and compromised safety. Attendees reported feeling unsafe due to the lack of proper security, medical assistance, and emergency response mechanisms. This overcrowding and the subsequent safety concerns greatly impacted the overall experience and enjoyment of the event. Some expressed that there was no clear difference between a general access and VIP ticket.
Shit is crazy. That is Miro, Jackie's manager. He was stranded. I think he had an argument. He had an encounter with the security people. They stranded him and they can't breathe now. He's fucking losing it, bro. This shit is mad, The police are here. Yes. The police are here. The ambulance is here. The ambulance now. Okay, alright, sure. The police are here. The ambulance is here.
From the report on here, we're saying the place was overcrowded, and it's understandable because 40,000 in one place, you get what I'm saying. I'm very sure not all the 40,000 people were at the event on each day, but a big amount of the crowd from the 40,000 people that went to Portugal for Afronation must have been around for each day, and so obviously there is going to be a lot happening. And also, they were saying people that paid for VIP tickets couldn't enjoy because regular regular access ticket holders was mixed in the crowd, and so you couldn't tell who is VIP from who is not VIP, which I think is another downside, because obviously when you pay extra to get the VIP treatment, you want to feel as such. And so when suddenly you feel overcrowded, you're not comfortable in your space and all that, you didn't sign up or you didn't spend your money for that kind of experience. So yeah, that also didn't go down well with a lot of people. There's no doubt that Afronation is one of the biggest festivals with a lineup of Africa's finest artists and the most electrifying atmosphere. However, with the persistent issues concerning the logistics and the organization committee, we can only hope that they honor African artists and provide them with the resources to execute their craft in an excellent manner, and also respect the time, money, effort made by an audience who traveled from near and far to experience what Afronation is all about. From this report, they're saying, yeah, they are hoping moving forward into the future, Afronation do a better job providing artists and sound people the right logistics to be able to come and execute their craft beautifully, so the audience that are coming from far and near will enjoy their money's worth. Since its launch in 2019, the festival has grown exponentially and expanded to areas such as Miami and Detroit. The festival is set to be returning home to the continent later this year, with Afronation Nigeria scheduled for December. Right, so now they're saying the festival, it's grown, it's global now. So now they've extended the festivities into Miami and Detroit, yeah. And now in December, the Afronation Wings is flying all the way to Nigeria, the home for Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, Thames. Oh, not Thames, because Thames I think is more so like she is Nigerian. I'm not saying she isn't, but she's more so a UK based artist. You get what I'm saying? So say techno, you know, suddenly I can't remember any Nigerian artists. Most Nigerian artists name Victoni. You get what I'm saying? The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And so what to expect this December is the Afronation whole movement down in Nigeria. I want to believe it's going to be either in Lagos or Abuja, because Abuja is the capital for Nigeria. One of the two places, you know what I mean? Look out for it. A lot of exciting times, you know, from the videos that or from the activities we saw online, with people having a good time at the Afronation. So I hope Afronation, knowing exactly what went wrong and what they can improve, I know moving forwards in other events coming up, they will do a good job. But yeah, we just wanted to applaud them for trying, you know what I mean? Because it's not easy flying artists from all over the globe, getting a venue, and then also, you know what I mean, you know, hosting 40,000 people in a place for an event like that. So, you know what I mean, we will applaud them. Even if for nothing, we'll applaud them for, you know what I mean, promoting the African music, promoting the African sound, bringing it across the world, taking it all over the globe and presenting it as it should be. It's always gonna be a problem or two, but we know they're gonna fix up and come back stronger. So yeah, big up Afronation, big up Smade, big up Obi, Asika, and all the crew, the team, everybody making Afronations happen. Big up yourself and keep doing more for the continent. Now, this is where I'm gonna end the show. This is your boy Present, bringing you all the juicy information on what's going on in Africa, with Africa, outside of Africa, all over the globe. Subscribe to this channel, like, share, click on the notification bell so you will be the first to hear whenever we drop a new video. Signing out. Take care of yourselves. Be a better version of yourself, for yourself and for your community and for your country. Keep it locked. Let's go. Booah.